entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, y'all we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from him. He's a man. It can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had my work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, this game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live on KYOKradio.org, and it is Winning Wednesday. If you like to win, and I mean you really, really like to win, then guess what? Today is the day you want to be tuned in because we got stuff to give away. Of course, we're coming up on the time. We will compete again for $500 on the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. And you know what that is. That's every week you get a chance to pick your picks in the NFL. Every week you'll get a chance to see if you are the best of the rest. You'll win $50 each and every week. And then the top 6 at the end of the season will go on to compete for $500 cash. So Big Mike, Milo, Ferdinand, Keith, Todd, Chi-Town, Alexis, Erica. There was a couple that came on this past year, and they did pretty good. They got in late. I can't remember them. I have to look back on my notes and see who they were. But anyway, all of you who have competed in the past, get ready to do it again. It'll be coming up. First week in September, we will take your first week's picks. On the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, you'll have a chance to win $500 cash and $50 every week. So there you go. There you go. Today I've got some Children's Museum Houston tickets to give away and some barbecue from Dickey's Barbecue Pit. So all you got to do is stay tuned for your chance to win. Now, got some breaking news as I came in. Breaking news as we came in. Richard Sherman was booked and charged with burglary and domestic violence. I want to read the article written by James Rappian for USA Today. James Rappian for USA Today says that NFL star cornerback Richard Sherman was charged with burglary, domestic violence Wednesday morning, according to the King County Public Records. Sherman was booked at 6 a.m., and that's Seattle time, at the correctional facility. The 33-year-old was denied bail. The Redmond Police Department says that that's standard procedure for a domestic violence incident until the case can be seen by a judge. So I've already had a bunch of people said, oh, AJ, it must be really bad if he was denied bail, where, he must have had a bad record or previous incidents. Standard procedure with domestic violence up in the Seattle area, where they hold it over until a judge can hear it first. Standard until a judge can hear it first. So let's not run off with this one just yet. Let's just stay right there and see what they're talking about before we rush to judgment. I know I've got a lot of folks out there, AJ, you always want to go light on domestic violence and sexual assault. That's not true. I go heavy on the facts and the truth. All for people who are survivors of domestic violence to get their justice. What's the best way for the justice to be had? By getting out the truth, by going with the truth. So I'll leave it at that. But again, Richard Sherman is dealing with that right now as we speak. All right, so what I want to do, though, I want to come back and I want to talk about some of the comments about that. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Winning Wednesday here on The Lunch Break.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Carr, and here is your winning strategy. A lifetime of joy comes from God. Things come and go. You may be happy about getting a new car today, but the joy of that new car lasts only for a short time, because months later, sometimes you'll be ready for a newer one. It's great to have nice things, but you must understand that stuff doesn't make you. What you do today determines what will manifest in your life tomorrow. Sow the seeds of greatness. I also want to encourage you to never forget to listen to wise counsel. Those who have won before you and lived life longer know what it takes to win. Seek them out and listen to them. When you feel joy in your heart, know that it is God and go closer to it. You will find your purpose rooted there.
Credit Karma Money is a brand new checking account where you can win daily Instant Karma purchase reimbursements on items up to $5,000. Now, when you make a purchase with Credit Karma Money through July 23rd, you'll automatically be entered to win $1 million. Visit creditkarma.com/winmoney now to open your free account and start winning Instant Karma. That's creditkarma.com/winmoney. Instant Karma is sponsored by Credit Karma. No purchase necessary. Exclusions and terms apply. See rule. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc., member FDIC. Maximum balance and transfer limits apply.
When you're behind the wheel of a Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, mighty moments are always right around the corner. 1 minute you're driving when you come across a funk music parade with a broken down float. And one tow later, you're leading the parade as honorary Grand Funk Marshal.
Oh, let's give a big yabba dabba doozy to the funky brother who saves the day.
Make the most of each moment with a handsomely rugged Toyota truck like the Tundra TRD Pro. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, CJ.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110. Guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exams required to qualify.
800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. That's 800-298-0139.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of the Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
Give people what they want.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hi, this is TJ from South Park. I listen to the lunch break with AJ Jones on 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org, and I'm feeling my bed music. Big shout out to my producer, Kev the producer, getting it in over there at TSU. I'm going to be coming up with a SWAC power ranking very soon. Now that we got a couple of new members in the SWAC, I'm dedicating my time to talking about the SWAC. Going to get some MEAC in there and, of course, some of the other HBCU conferences. We got to follow the Big South now that North Carolina A&T is over there. So, yeah, I'm going to be getting that in real soon. I talked about FAMU yesterday on Talk Your Team Tuesday. I don't know. Call me crazy. I got them doing a little something in the SWAC this year. I got them doing a little something in the SWAC this year. So don't be mad at me. I think FAMU is going to come in and make some noise in the SWAC this year. All right, so here we go. Big shout out to Natasha Marie. How you doing? Natasha Marie and Larry Scott and Denise Scott, the Not So Christian in Me show. More phenomenal coverage of the Stella Awards this past weekend up in Tennessee. Now, Tennessee got some other craziness going on, but the Stellas wasn't one of them. So, Natasha Marie, y'all did a great job, man. I'm real proud of y'all and followed every minute of y'all's coverage. So, y'all keep up the good work. Not So Christian in Me show every Saturday from 1 to 2 right here on the legendary KYOK. All right, so Marcos, I see you too. Marcos Coleman has tuned in. Got to give him a lot of love as well. Your name reminds me of my roommate and frat brother over at Tulane, Maurice Coleman. Catholic High's own Maurice Coleman. If you don't know nothing about that Catholic High in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you better ask somebody. Maurice Coleman was a baller back in the day. Yeah, that's what's up. So anyway, as we talked about the news about Richard Sherman getting arrested, domestic violence, burglary, if you look at the details of the filing, and those are available to anybody who has access to public records, you look at the details of the filing. I'm not about to read into them, but it looks like it might be a case of where he entered into a home that maybe he owned and refused to leave. And obviously it turned into something more than it needed to. And again, if something happened to that young lady or a family member, because sometimes domestic violence is against a family member, Des Bryant, we just got to wait for the details to come out. So please hear me. I want all the details and all the facts to come out. But y'all know me. And if you don't know me, you're going to get to know me. When you have guys like Mike Florio, who come out with their nonsense at Pro Football Talk on Twitter, Mike Florio tweeted out a little bit more than an hour ago, when a player gets arrested, he usually calls his agent, who immediately drops everything in order to do whatever has to be done to get the player out on bail at no extra charge. Mike Florio has a very strong feeling that every NFL player should have an agent, and that agent will do what's in the best interest of the player, contract-wise, personally, professionally, for a cost. Agents don't work for free. Some players have figured out that at this stage of their career, why do they want to take 3, 5, 10, 20% of their money and give it to somebody else when they know what they want, they know what they're willing to settle for, because they're the ones telling the agent, yo, don't get me in for less than this amount. I want bonuses for this. I want money for that. I want a signing bonus somewhere in this neighborhood. Players are starting to figure out, I can do that myself. Or LeBron, Maverick, and others-ish. And we can go to school and learn how to do that too. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my mom to school to learn how to do that. I'm going to send my cousin to school to learn how to do that. And we'll just keep it in the family. The Mike Florios of the world don't like that. Because again, it's the players taking back their control over their most precious asset, themselves. But the Mike Florios of the world are so heck bent on trying to keep it the way it was. These poor dumb players can't negotiate their own contracts. They're out of their league. These general managers and vice presidents of football operations are so much smarter than them that they're going to leave money on the table, or they're not going to get all the bonuses that they could have gotten and all the this, that, and the other that they could. Because these poor dumb players, if they didn't have an agent, they'd be handing me my fries through the drive-thru. And some saying, oh God, here we go, making it about race. I feel the same way about a white player, about an Asian player, about a Hispanic player, about a Samoan American player, as I would about a black player. I'm talking about players. I'm not talking about colors of players. It's time out for guys like Mike Florio and his ilk for thinking that these guys, and let's just take it on into the WNBA, let's take it on into other sports, that these athletes are not smart enough to negotiate for themselves what they want. It's time out for it. I hate that I have to take a break, but I do. So let me take this break. And let me come back, and I want to finish this thought because, again, ain't nobody talking about this on ESPN. Ain't nobody talking about this on other stations around. I'm going to get it in. And, again, I ain't talking about race. I'm talking about players. I'll be right back. If you want in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. It's the lunch break. Winning Wednesday.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. It is our Winning Wednesday. Somebody going to get a chance to win some tickets, a family 4-pack to the Children's Museum Houston. It's going to be going on through September, so you got plenty of time to get your family there. And then also some barbecue from Dickey's Barbecue Pit. All three courtesy of the lunch break. Got a shout out to Milo. I called his name about the Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, and his daughter was listening. Say, yo, Dad, AJ's calling your name on the lunch break. Yeah, I am, bro, because Milo got real close to winning that thing last year. Ferdinand got real close to winning that thing last year, and they got caught in the playoffs by Chi-Town. I think Chi-Town's the only two-time winner that we've had in the lunch break Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. He's won $500 a couple times. Delano, two-time winner in the March Madness tournament. So, hey, yo, Milo, Big Mike, Ferdinand, Keith Hennig, you got to pick them better, Keith. Y'all got to win that money, man. The out-of-towners are taking all of our loot. All right, so anyway, I got a couple of text messages, too, about what I'm saying. 832-234-AJ, I'm glad you're not making it about race. I can go with you on this one. Just because a player negotiates their own contract does not make them dumb. In fact, look at what Laramie Tunsil did. Far from dumb. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the message. Thank you for the message. All right, here we go. 713-525. AJ, I like what you're saying. I would do the same thing if and when my son makes it to the NFL. I'm not bringing some random person in that has a big name and a lot of followers just because. I know what my family wants and needs, and it's to look out for the best interests of our own. It's a new day. Power to the people. I like it. You know what? Now that was strong. It would have been stronger if you said power to the players. Power to the players. I like that. That would be a hashtag, power to the players. All right, you t-shirt makers out there, get me a hashtag, power to the players t-shirt. I like my stuff in black. I like black shirts, and I like white writing. Unless you can get it real strong in red with some outline to it. If you can get it red letters with white outline, I can rock with that too. But hashtag power to the players, that's where I am. Don't get it wrong. Now, I love my people now. I'm always going to cut for my people. But this is not a race issue. This is a player establishment issue. Think about it. There's some really great agents out there. Nicole Lynn, there's some great agents out there, really great agents out there. But there are also some people out there that know how to handle their business and are willing to put in the work to handle their own business. I went hard on Phil Jackson when he called LeBron James's friends his posse. They are no different than the business people around Richard Branson, around Jeff Bezos, around anybody else that is of a billion-dollar industry class. Do you call them a posse? No. And oh yeah, by the way, those folks are running that LeBron James brand very well. Maverick Reigns doing a great job. Come on, these guys are doing a great job. So if a guy decides that I'm gonna let my mother negotiate my contract, I'm gonna let my brother. Yeah, we've heard of situations where the uncle did more than he was supposed to do and forced the dude into bankruptcy. And boy, that's so close to home. But we've also heard of other agents making bad business decisions on the behalf of players and them going bankrupt too. I don't understand why the Mike Florios of the world. Well, I do. I'm sorry. Let me fix my mouth. I understand why the Mike Florios of the world are upset about that, because guess what? Guess where they get their breaking news from? From the agents. Mike Florio is nothing without agents agents and media relations departments leaking him information to get out their story first. Let Mike Florio have to grind and beg for media credentials like I do. Yeah, I'm making it about me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let him have to grind and work the phones like I do. I make calls to get information about Richard Sherman. He gets calls on information about Richard Sherman. Ain't hard. when you're doing it that way. So if anybody is friends with Mike Florio, let him know his tail got roasted over here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I know we're giving away Dickey's barbecue today, but right now I'm giving away some roasted Mike Florio barbecue right now. What's up, Keith Hennig? All right, I'm chilled out. I'm going to quit. I'm done. All right, Team USA finally got a win, man. I think they listened to the show yesterday, and they're like, yo, we're going to get this dude up on off of us. We're going to get this dude over there on that little radio show on, up, off of us. So they went out and blasted Argentina yesterday, 108-80. Kevin Durant, 17. Bradley Beal, 17. A couple other brothers had 17. 17 was the number of the night. But what was most interesting to me is a name of a dude that I haven't heard in a long time and that the Rockets literally thought could lead them to a championship, and that was none other than Luis Scola. Yeah, Luis Scola is still playing for Team Argentina. Y'all remember Luis Scola down here when he was a member of the Houston Rockets? I liked Luis Scola. That was my guy. Good to see him out there still balling for Team Argentina. Now, before we get all goofy, one way or the other, I'm glad that Team USA got an exhibition win. But remember when y'all were telling me it's just exhibition? You can't have me celebrate the win and we're not going to talk about the losses. If it's just exhibition on the losses, it's also just exhibition on the wins. And oh yeah, by the way, Team Argentina might not be in the medal conversation like Nigeria and like Australia may be. I also get that there are a couple of players that are still playing now that are more than likely going to be on Team USA. Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, Devin Booker. You know what? I'm not Pop, and I know Pop knows. Pop has forgotten more about basketball than I will ever know. Please don't get it twisted. I am not the guy that feels like I know more than a Greg Popovich. Maybe I think I might know as much as Mike Budenholzer, but I don't know nearly as much as Greg Popovich. Yes, that was shade. I don't throw shade. I throw eclipses. But if I'm Greg Popovich, I take a look at DeAndre Ayton. Yo, you want to play on the Olympic team? We got a spot over here. Hey, Kevin Love, thanks for coming. We'll call you if we need you. And put DeAndre Ayton in that spot. DeAndre Ayton would be a great member of Team USA in place of Kevin Love, who had, I think, a point last night. Kevin Love said, I got a point to make. What's your point? Here it is. This one. Phone line's ringing. Let me get to the phone line. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who this?
Hey, Dre, how you feel, baby?
With my hands, greatest. How you feel?
Hey, man, how you been, man? Have I just been missing the show?
Yeah, like man. Yeah, you didn't call in yesterday. I was hot yesterday. I was on fire yesterday.
I don't know how I missed out, man, because I kept trying to get you online. I mean, on the internet, man.
I know what it is, greatest. I know what this is about.
What is it, man?
I know what this is about.
What, the call?
I know, you and me. I know what it's about, bro. I know what it's about. Man.
I mean, you my man. You my main man.
Hey, before we get into what you want to call it about, I want to talk about a couple of things with you. Did you see that Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier fight?
Hey, man, believe it or not, I haven't seen that. I woke up early Sunday morning and they said somebody he got had a gruesome injury, and I didn't want to see it.
It was bad. He was trying to go north and south, and his ankle decided to go east and west. It was that bad. Yeah, it was that bad. But before all that, I'm going to put it like this. Conor McGregor needs to leave people's wives and their religion and their mama alone because he has not been able to back any of that up. I mean, Khabib almost choked him into another dimension and was going over the octagon gates at the dude's family. And then Poirier came out and was beating the snot out of him. And it was so bad, Greatest, that Poirier could have put him to sleep and said, no, backed up and said, get up, as in you're going to take every minute of this whooping. And that's when McGregor's leg decided to get him out of that fight, because it was about to be ugly.
Yeah, I guess you wanted him to suffer, I guess.
That's what
putting him out of his misery, let him suffer.
Greatest, that was one of them old school neighborhood beatdowns where everybody's like, stop, leave him alone. You won, all right. Get him up.
Yeah, I remember them days.
You don't know nothing about that, Greatest. Y'all didn't go. Y'all did more slap boxing than y'all did fighting. You know how it was,
well,
Greatest.
In the words of the legendary Frank Sinatra, when I was 17. That was a very good year. Hey man, what time you take a commercial break, man? Because since we can't seem to get along, we're gonna have to get it on.
Well, let's get it on, Greatest. You got time. Speak your piece, man.
Hey man, first of all, even though I didn't watch the All-Star game because I just can't get into baseball like I was in the days of pop star Joel Oliver, Richie Hebner, and Manny Sanguin. Hey man, I want to commend Major League Baseball for what they did for this Henry Aaron. That was really a nice gesture. But it's kind of funny, and I know people probably say, what's wrong with the Greatest today, man? But it's like when I think about Dr. King, and I think about other people doing the civil rights, and I think about Henry Aaron, what him and his wife had to go through when he was trying to break Babe Ruth's record, getting all them letters and death threats and stuff. And but it's like when they dead and gone to heaven, everybody loving on them. Can you kind of go into that, man?
Yeah, I can. Greatest, it's one thing to fight for somebody. It's another thing to act like you're celebrating them. Fighting for you means I got to get down on that battlefield with you, and I stand to lose, myself, my life, my reputation, my support from those that I get support from. And not everybody's willing to make that commitment. But to throw up a little 2-minute montage and songs and appreciation and all that, man, Greatest, I hate to say it like this because I'm really not a pessimist. Sometimes a person's name and their face, and watch this, and their statistics mean more to these sports leagues than the person themselves.
Right. Because like I said, it's like a lot of these people, but all of them, when they was alive, they was the scumbag of their. They was the, I ain't gonna use the term, but what they was called. But it's like when they dead and going to heaven. Well, let's honor his family. He was a credit to the league. So, but I'm happy for his wife. She's still around, still a beautiful young lady. And thanks, Major League Baseball. Okay. Saturday night, I watched the Nigeria versus the USA. Mm-hmm. In the next day, I said, man, everybody talking about USA lost. They got beat and stuff. And then I think a couple of nights later, they lost to Australia. Argentina. Whatever.
They lost to Australia, and then they beat Argentina.
Right. They won last night, but when they lost them first 2 games, it's like everybody was panicking and stuff. And I said, people, okay, Nigeria, them guys play together all year long. Most of the guys on the team for Australia, they play together all the time. I think the USA team been together maybe a week or 2.
Okay, so let me say this. Let me say this. First of all, this is why you don't need to be over there cheating on me with Ralph Cooper and Paris and all you boys over there. Over there on KCOH. I tried not to say it. Greatest, but I know how you do me. But anyway, but here's the thing now. I was one of those ones not panicking, but definitely questioning, because to your point, Nigeria plays together for the most part year round. But if you look at that Australian team, every single one of that starting 5 NBA players. So they got together at the same time that Team USA got together And their style of play, that international style of play, they're more familiar with it than us just throwing together a bunch of names and thinking that these names and this talent is going to be automatically greater than everybody else. There was one dream team. This ain't it.
Yeah, and back then during that dream team, them players from other countries, they was like in awe. That was their idols. We worship Michael Jordan. Oh, Magic Johnson. Oh, Larry Bird. You know, it was crying. Can we take a picture? Can we get on? But these guys nowadays, man, you know, they in it to win it. The heck with the USA. But I think they gonna get it together. And then once Booker and whoever else gonna come.
Yeah, Middleton and Holiday.
Yeah. They get together, man. But it just amazes me how quick people panic, man. I mean, be cool.
Well, like I said, I wasn't panicked. I just wasn't impressed. And I had to call out where I wasn't impressed. But I was just saying before you called in, if I'm Doc and I'm Pop, and I know Pop has forgotten more basketball than I will ever know. If I'm Pop, man, I'm like, yo, DeAndre Ayton, you interested in playing Team USA basketball? Because I got a spot. He can put Kevin Love on a boat, a plane, a train, or something and get him on out of there and bring in DeAndre Ayton and get a double-double on the night. That would be great.
Yeah, man, did you just say Kevin Love?
Yeah.
I just ate lunch.
I know.
But anyway, that guy's a bum.
Yeah.
Hey, man, so how do you see it going tonight? Do you see it being knotted up at 2?
No, I don't actually. I look back at the history for Phoenix this playoff season. They haven't lost back-to-back games. I don't expect them to do it tonight because I think that Devin Booker is going to come out with something to prove. I think DeAndre Ayton is not going to worry about that referee that has some kind of little thing going on with him and Chris Paul, so he might get some fairer calls. Monty Williams has already let him know that free throw shooting disparity can't keep going on. I feel like Phoenix is going to get enough in tonight to win one on the road in Milwaukee.
So you don't think the home court advantage going to matter? Because
we're talking about Milwaukee now. How many games did Milwaukee drop to Atlanta at home?
Yeah. But my point is, and it's a big if Holiday don't take a holiday, and if Middleton play, I mean, you know, that's a little bit more help for the Greek Freak, and then the other guy that shoots them threes. If them other guys step up, man, I think Milwaukee can make this thing go to 7, even though I am pulling for CP3.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, we've seen that. We've definitely seen that when he gets a little help, man. They kind of hard to beat. But here's the thing. Just like I'm saying how consistent Phoenix has been, those guys you just named, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, you know, those
whatever name, covered the white guy.
Connaughton, yeah.
Connaughton,
Them cats are not consistent. They are not consistent at all. So, bruh, I'm just saying I'm going to lean towards more the sure thing than the not so sure thing.
What time is your break, man? There's one more thing.
Give me your one more thing.
Okay, don't you think, they've been saying that the NBA, the story of the NBA this year in the playoffs been injuries and stuff. And I most definitely agree with that. Don't you think the NBA should really look into, and we talked about this before, don't you think they should look into, instead of playing 82 games, play 50 games? Because that running up and down that court and jumping up and that bumping, that take a toll on you, man, and that begin to wear on these guys later on in the season. What say you, bro?
I believe it won't happen in our lifetime, but I agree with you 100%, man. If they were to play 50 or 60 games, it would literally be a sprint to the finish. They always talk about having every game matter in the regular season. Let them only play 50. Let them only play 60. I mean, there's other ways to make up that revenue from those games. I promise you, man, it will be a lot more exciting than what they got going on right now.
Okay, Dre. Okay, that's enough. I'll let Donna Coleman home and Keith get in. But as usual, man, Dre, you told me you feel awful strong. Try some band roll on. Rumble, young man, rumble.
The greatest of all time. He is Caller of the Year from 2018. I appreciate him. Let me take that break he kept talking about. We'll be back with more. If you want to get in, Winning Wednesday, right here on the lunch break.
You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Do you have a home that you don't want anymore? We can buy it from you within 24 hours, any home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately, with no listings or strangers walking through your home. Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now.
800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760. If your loved one has passed away due to COVID-19, pay close attention to this message. You could be entitled to a death benefit of over $300,000. The U.S. government has set up a fund to pay families relief if they've lost a loved one due to COVID-19. We know this is a hard time for you, and this fund has been set up by the federal government to help ease your pain. The compensation includes a death benefit and lost wages benefit. Time is limited, so we urge you to make a free phone call right now. There's no cost to you for this claim. All legal fees are only covered once you receive your money. So if you've lost a loved one due to COVID-19, call the legal helpline right now to find out if you qualify for a cash award. Here's our number: 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. That's 800-876-7047. Paid for by the IPG Law Group.
The Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all. Back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. It is Winning Wednesday. Big shout out to Willie Gibson. He out there wearing the same color shirt I am. Willie, stay out my closet, bro. Willie Gibson, broadcast journalist, covering the Ohio State University, the Big Ten, Cleveland Browns, and more. Got a shout out to Chris Gardner, Houston Round Ball Review. You know he's going to be with us tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. And what's the other young man's name that's on the show with y'all? Let's see, 3 people talking sports on Friday evenings. They keep talking about they're going to have a woman on the show. They finally had a sister on there this past Friday. I was about to call them people on them. They were doing the Becky Hammond effect where, you know, it was chic to say, oh, Becky Hammond is a candidate for the Portland job. Becky Hammond is a candidate for the Boston job. Becky Hammond ain't no candidate. Y'all just throwing her name out there to make it look like y'all are interested in having a woman head coach. Willie Gibson says, Andy Yanez. Tell Andy I said what's up. Andy is the cool dude in the group. Well, I've been ugly today. Y'all pray for me. And Willie said, we did. What was her name, Willie? What was her name? What was her name, Willie? Where's she at? Get her on the phone. I want to talk to her. I want to see what it was like hanging out with you fellas. All right, man. Let me leave them alone. Willie and them doing a great job on Friday evenings. I think it's 7 o'clock. Facebook Live doing a great job. I just got some more information about the Richard Sherman thing, and I want to talk about that real quick. About the Richard Sherman thing. So a spokesman for the Redmond Police Department in Washington said that a 911 call came in to the residents, from the residents at 2 a.m. Pacific time. The call was concerning an adult male family member who did not live at the residence trying to force his way into the home. When the police arrived, the suspect reportedly fought with the officers but was eventually apprehended. The spokesperson would not confirm the name of the person taken into custody. So it's all becoming clearer. It's all becoming clearer. So I was wrong, and I admit when I'm wrong. I know others don't, but I admit I thought it might be a situation where he owned the home, didn't live there on a regular basis, went over, said I wasn't leaving. Maybe there was some scuffles going on, and he'd get arrested for domestic violence and trespassing. Burglary, breaking and entering, whatever, they decide to charge him with. But as I said, now remember, domestic violence is not just against women. It could be women against men. It could be someone against a family member. So, let's let the facts come in before everybody gets all off into it. But as I said before, the Mike Florios of the world and using this as a platform to further push their agenda that everybody needs an agent. Where am I going to get my news from? Where am I going to become famous from? An agent doesn't call me and tell me what's going on. Do some good old-fashioned investigative work, Florio. Get you some good sources. Call some police departments yourself. Call some team front offices yourself and get the same kind of information that we out here getting ourselves, bruh. All right, let me leave Florio alone. I got more important things to do. I almost went B Rabbit and 8 Mile with Papa Doc on Florio. I almost went B Rabbit 8 Mile with Papa Doc. Now, tell them something they don't know about me. Toss him the mic and let him just sit there and be like, and then Future say, we got a new champion. We got a new champion. B Rabbit. Natasha Marie. Quote of the day. I don't throw shade, I throw eclipses. You are cutting up today. That is an AJ original. That one right there is an AJ. I've been throwing that one out there for a couple of years now. And anybody don't know, try to use it and see if my people don't call you. That's got a registered trademark behind it. I don't throw shade, I throw eclipses. When I throw it, it gets dark. Let me stop, man. It's Winning Wednesday. Who wants tickets to the Children's Museum Houston? If you know somebody, if you know a mother or father out there, single mother or father out there with some kids that they would love to be able to take to the Children's Museum of Houston, hit me up right now. I want to bless somebody. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. Just call me and I'll get the information. I'll make sure that they get those tickets. Looking for either you as a single mother or you as a single father, or if you're a family member that's taking care of some children and you think it would be really, really good to get them out to the Children's Museum of Houston, hit me up. If you want to surprise somebody, a single mother, a single father, or a grandmother, or auntie, or uncle, somebody out there that's raising somebody's children, and this would be a blessing to them, hit me up, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text me, 832-403-5005. I want to be a blessing to that family, all right? All right, so I was about to talk about the All-Star game last night, Major League Baseball All-Star game. For the 8th straight time, the American League won the All-Star game. Last night, man, they were slamming home runs out the yard like crazy. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was yanking them out the yard. I love that dude. I love that dude. 5-2 was the final score. The American League has not lost an All-Star game since 2012. Since 2012. And that made me start thinking, why is the American League winning so many All-Star games? Is it because the National League doesn't take it as serious? Why is the American League so successful in All-Star games? And somebody sent me a message when I asked that question on one of my other stations, and they said, yeah, the American League is just better. Well, if the American League is just better, then why isn't the American League the winner of the last 8 World Series titles? I'll look at that in a second. Let me go to the phone line real quick. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
It's Clarence.
Clarence, how you doing, man?
I'm good, AJ. How about yourself?
Man, I got no complaints.
You got a great show.
Thank you, brother. I sure appreciate you saying that, Clarence. What you up to today?
Oh, sitting here with the kids.
Clarence, why don't you take those kids to the Children's Museum in Houston?
That's why I called you, sir.
Oh man, Clarence, I'm glad you called, brother, because it would do my heart real good, man, to bless you with a family 4-pack, so you can get the kids to.
Hey, share.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta do this for you, Clarence. How many tickets do you need, man? Is 4 enough for you?
That'll be fine. Got 2 sisters, and I guess me and the wife will take them.
Oh man, absolutely, brother. I got you. You don't say no more, Clarence. Do me a favor. Stay right there.
You want to go to the Children's Museum? I just asked for some tickets for the Children's Museum. You can go whenever you want, I guess.
Yeah. You got between now and
the wife okay with it too, so.
Yeah, you got between now and September the 3rd to go, Clarence. Y'all got between now and September the 3rd. Do me a favor, Clarence, stay right there. I'm going to get your information. We'll get Sybil Wilkes on real quick, and then I'm going to get Clarence information so we can get him these tickets for him, his kids, his wife, to go to the Children's Museum of Houston. And I'm going to also throw in some Dickey's barbecue for them. Y'all stay right there. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. House Democrats indicate they plan to remain out of Texas until the end of the special legislative session that ends the first week of August in an effort to deny the Texas House a quorum to block a voting restrictions bill. At least 51 of the 67 Democratic members of the Texas House fled the state Monday. Most of them boarded 2 chartered planes that landed in Washington, D.C. Monday evening. Republicans' bills would ban drive-through and 24-hour voting options, enhance access for partisan poll watchers, and prohibit local election officials from proactively distributing mail-in ballot applications. The FDA is expected to announce a new warning for Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine, saying the shot has been linked to a serious but rare autoimmune disorder in which the body's immune system mistakenly attacks part of the nervous system. It's estimated to affect about 1 person in 100,000 each year, and most people eventually recover from the disorder. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Winning Wednesday, and man, I'm really happy that we were able to bless Clarence and his wife and 2 children as they get ready to go to the Children's Museum of Houston. And that's how we do it, man. That's why we do it. So I'm really excited about that. Again, if you know some other people that you think would be blessed by that, let me know, because I do. Today's the day I really want to be a blessing. So y'all hit me up, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000 as we bless Clarence and his family to be able to go to the Children's Museum Houston. All right, real quick, let me hit some birthdays. It's birthday day and time right here on the lunch break. I want to celebrate happy birthday with Cornelius Pettit, 64 years young. Michelle Wilson, the double nickel today. Michelle looking like she's 25, not 55. Stephanie Vaughn, what's up, baby girl? She's 38 today. Jonathan Davis II, 43. Marcine Cooper is celebrating a birthday with Veronica Johnson. Sarah Luke with her amazing self. Sarah is amazing. She's producing and doing all kinds of great stuff over there in New York City. Gina Ruffin celebrating her birthday, and Fonsham Elizabeth is celebrating her birthday today. Gina Ruffin Moore, man, been working in, is it radio or TV, Gina? But anyway, happy birthday to y'all. You know who I'm finna get on here to sing happy birthday to you.
Oh, go shorty, it's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shorty, it's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
All right, happy birthday to each and everybody celebrating their birthday today. If you got an anniversary today, if it's a big event for you today, get at me and let me know. 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Or you can always text me at 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. I was listening for something. Just heard something in the background. So we'll talk about that next right here on the lunch break.
Legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Ball is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. It's too much crazy. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, that's just first hour on the books, second hour underway right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. Also, we're streaming live on Facebook at The Lunch Break KYOK, on YouTube, The Lunch Break with AJ, and on Twitter at Lunch Break KYOK. Appreciate all of y'all tuning in from those various sources. Todd Malcolm, I need you to log off of your profile, wait 30 seconds, and log back in. You're in timeout, Todd. You are in timeout. Talking about my sponsor like that. Todd, don't come in here and mess up my money, bro. Don't come up here and mess up my money. I'm going to have to get Maverick and Rich Paul and them on you. You better leave my stuff alone, bro. Yeah, man. Keith Hennig said, I want to go to the Bahamas. Can you hook me up? Yeah, Keith, I can hook you up. Sure. Keith, I can get you to Bahamas, Texas as soon as you're ready to go. I can get you to Bahamas, Texas as soon as you're ready to go. Is there a Bahamas, Louisiana or Bahamas, Arkansas? I might be able to get you there too. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know what you need, Keith. Got to hook you up, bro. So anyway, the news we were covering before in the first hour, the American League won their 8th straight All-Star game in a row after beating the National League 5-2. American League hadn't lost an All-Star game since 2012, and I'm going to look at why that's happening in just a minute. Astros back on the diamond this Friday up in Chicago when they take on the White Sox at 7:10 Central. The Rangers going to be taking on Toronto. Of course, they're not playing north of the border. They're taking on Toronto. That'll be this Friday just after 6 o'clock. And tonight, we finally, good Lord, what was the break about? I mean, please. They haven't played an NBA Finals game since Sunday. We got one tonight, Wednesday night. It'll be the Milwaukee Bucks hosting the Phoenix Suns, 8 Central, live on ABC. Phoenix is up 2-1. And Team USA beat Argentina 108-80. Also want to keep in mind whatever's going on. Richard Sherman was arrested for domestic violence and burglary, I think is what they're calling it, up in Seattle, and we're following that ever developing story. Did y'all hear about Wimbledon? They are investigating matches at Wimbledon for match fixing. Like these folks out there betting on matches, and the players involved, at least one of them, if not both of them, are involved in fixing the matches so that the betting could be big for particular people. And Wimbledon is having to do some investigation. That one's going to be interesting because everybody's like, oh, Serena, oh, Naomi, oh, the gambling. How about that? Gamblers gonna gamble. I'm interested to see where that one's going to go. All right, Keith Hennig said, I'll gas up my scooter. Yeah, man. You got one of them fancy helmets. I bet Keith Hennig got one of those spiked Mohawk helmets on a scooter. All right, American League, 8 straight wins over the National League in All-Star games. One of my callers on another station, said that it was because the National League is not as good as the American League. And for a minute, I thought that might be something, but then I started looking at how many times the National League has won the World Series since 2012, which is the last time the American League lost an All-Star game. 2012, the San Francisco Giants won the All-Star game. Won the World Series over the Detroit Tigers 4-0. 2013, the Red Sox beat St. Louis 4-2. 2014, the San Francisco Giants won it again, this time 4-3 over the Kansas City Royals. 2015, Kansas City beat the New York Mets 4-1. 2016, that was the year that the heavens opened up because the Chicago Cubs finally broke through and beat Cleveland 4-3. 2017, Natasha Marie, this is about to be an eclipse. Natasha, this is about to be an eclipse. 2017 was the year the Astros cheated their way to a World Series win over the LA Dodgers 4-3. 2018, the Boston Red Sox cheated their way to a World Series win 4-1 over the LA Dodgers. 2019, the Washington Nationals won every single game on the road and beat the Astros 4-3. And then last year, 2020, the LA Dodgers beat Tampa 4-2 to win the World Series. So since 2012, 1, 2, 3, 5 times the American League has not won the World Series. 5 times the National League has won it, even though they did not win the All-Star game. So here's my hypothesis. Maybe the All-Star game doesn't mean as much as we think it does. I know back in the day, Bud Selig was the one that made it where the winner of the All-Star game gave their respective, division the home field advantage through the World Series. So if the National League won the All-Star game, then the winner of whoever represented the National League in the World Series had home field advantage regardless of record over the other representative from the American League or vice versa. I'm glad they don't do that anymore. It's a exhibition. It's not I'm not going to say it's not a meaningful game, but it's not a meaningful game. It's an exhibition. You're getting the best of the National League versus the best of the American League. They do some tricks and some sideshows with the home run derby, and they used to have a skills competition and all that. And then they play the exhibition game. Maybe one side takes it more serious than the other. 8 wins in a row. I'm not taking that away from the American League, but to say that the American League is just that much better than the National League might be a stretch, given that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, over half of them have been won by the National League, who has lost the All-Star game 8 times in a row. I mean, they're winning more of what counts than what doesn't. Fun game last night. Very fun game. Ohtani was throwing that ball 100 miles an hour plus. Got the win as a pitcher. Didn't do much at the plate, but, hey, he had help. Shohei Ohtani is fun to watch. Is he the face of baseball right now? Why not? Why wouldn't he be? Oh, he's a foreigner, AJ. You can't have a foreigner as the face of America's game. What are you doing? What are you talking about, tumbleweed? You ginger? I'm talking about the best player in baseball being the face of the sport. Who's the face of baseball right now? I'm listening. If you don't mention Mookie Betts, you don't know baseball. If you just go to one particular player that everybody says, oh, he's the face of baseball. If you ain't talking Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani, you don't know baseball. Just saying. Just saying. All right, let me take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some NBA playoff, NBA finals action tonight, and anything else you want to talk about on Winning Wednesday. I want to say again, congratulations to Clarence and his family. They got 4 tickets to the Children's Museum Houston and Dickey's Barbecue, courtesy of the lunch break on Winning Wednesday. Be right back right after this.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110. Guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. That's 800-298-0139.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of the Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
Got to give the people time. Give people what they want.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org, also streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. Gotta say a big shout out to baby sister, little sister, Kelsey Nicole Nelson. Got a chance to see her Monday evening. Man, she's got some great stuff she's working on. Going to be making some big announcements soon, I'm sure. And, you know, everything she's touched turns to gold. Touches turns to gold. Also, big shout out to Valencia King. I am Valencia King, getting it in over there in the DF Dub. Big Mike, going to try and have him on the show. Y'all know Coach Mike Riggins, coached up in the Oregon area, now living in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Got to get him on the show, find out how things are going with him, see if he knows anything more about the Richard Sherman situation. He's also taken the agent class, and I don't know what Florio is talking about, but I don't think there's a part of the class as an agent that says you drop what you're doing and you somehow become a super attorney and get your client out of jail with all charges dropped. Like, that don't even make sense. Why have an attorney when all you need is an agent then? And oh yeah, by the way, not all agents are attorneys. We're gonna have Big Mike on. He will talk about that. Of course, tomorrow we got Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Got to find out when I can get Willie Gibson back on. David Grubb. Got plans to have Vashti Hurt from Carolina Blitz on as we get ready for the training camps to open up in the NFL. I'm about to do some power rankings in the different divisions. I'm going to do a power ranking on the SWAC. Like I said, man, I'm pretty high on Florida A&M. I'm not knocking Pine Bluff and Alabama A&M. Definitely not knocking Prairie View. Jackson State, all they're going to do is get better. But yeah, I'm pretty high on FAMU right now. And let me. Is there such a team? Is there such a thing as a sleeper team in the NFL? Is there such a thing as a sleeper team in the NFL? I'm going to call out a team that I don't think they're sleepers, but they're going to surprise some people this year. And let me pull them up real quick. Hold on, let me pull them up real quick because there's one thing that they did this offseason that I think really got overlooked. And I really think that it's going to be bigger than most folks think. The team that I'm talking about, sleeper-wise, up in the AFC North, Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be my sleeper team in the AFC North, expecting Baltimore to bounce back, expecting Cleveland to make that next step. You know, they got into the playoffs for the first time in a millennium. They got into the playoff for the first time in forever. But Pittsburgh is that team that a lot of folks forget. They were undefeated for a good part of last season. When they lost Bud Dupree off that defense, everything kind of fell apart. But that defense is still solid. And the thing that they did this offseason that I think makes them solid is if Najee Harris can be anything close to what he was in college, or, and I know I'm going to get it for saying this, be anything close to what Derrick Henry has been for the Tennessee Titans, Pittsburgh may be the surprise team in the AFC, period, but definitely in the AFC North, which I think is a lot more competitive than people think. When you look at Baltimore, you look at Pittsburgh, you look at Cleveland, that's a pretty competitive division. And oh yeah, by the way, if Cincinnati is not more competitive, it's time to get rid of your boy Zach Taylor. I don't care how respected around the league he is. It'd be time to get rid of him. But all I'm gonna say is put a little question mark beside Pittsburgh and keep an eye on them. Pittsburgh defense, solid. Ben Roethlisberger, don't have Ben throw the ball more than 35 times a game. Less if possible. 30 and under, they're gonna win. 30 and up, it's gonna be questionable. 50 and all that, him throwing the ball 50 times a game, you're not gonna win like that. Not gonna win like that. Put Ben Roethlisberger in that game manager role and let go. And feed Najee Harris. Feed Najee Harris. You let him start busting them in defenses, start paying attention to the run like they used to when they had Le'Veon Bell. Let me tell you something. Pittsburgh is going to be a sleeper in the AFC. Got to take a break. Be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. That's 800-219-8332.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org. I'm Ben Tankard, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. All new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. And also streaming on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. I want to shout out to one of our Twitter followers who just asked me if I was going to bring this up. Candace Parker on the cover of NBA 2K22. Candace Parker says, extremely proud and humbled to be the first female cover athlete in the history of NBA 2K. I'm honored to work with a company that's invested in women and betting on us to succeed. I'm hopeful there will be many more bad females to follow. Great job, NBA 2K. Yesterday, they were talking about it possibly being Kevin Durant. Glad to see it's Candace Parker. Sincerely glad to see it's Candace Parker. Love it. I mean it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, we'll see where that goes from there. We'll see where that goes from there. I would love to see companies really starting to invest in the WNBA and women's college sports, women's professional sports, soccer, tennis, whatever, like they do the NBA, the NFL, MLB, and hockey. I would. Oh, it's AJ. It's not the same level of competition. I mean, some of y'all exhaust me. Some of y'all exhaust me. These women will wipe you up in any one of those sports. I don't care that you played D1. I don't care that you played D2, D3, rec league, dorm league. I don't care you were an All-American from Boise. I don't care. Candace Parker will wipe you up. Liz Cambridge will destroy you. I'm just saying, man, all this male testosterone dumbness is just that. Candace Parker has every right to be on the cover of NBA 2K22 as any other professional basketball athlete. Any. And I'm glad they made that choice. Good move. Now do me a favor, y'all. Be an ally. Be an ally. Now don't be just doing it like they did Black Lives Matter on the court and the T-shirts and all that, and then come time to really support and you ain't there. Go all the way. Go all the way. I hope there's some monetary investment in her and in the league as well for doing that. All right, so now let's get to the NBA Finals tonight. First of all, I forgot the finals were going on. I'm one of those out of sight, out of mind guys. I am. I'll admit it. If you give me too much time to myself, I'm going to think about doing something else. I'm just, Sunday is the last time they played an NBA Finals game. Sunday. So not Monday, I get that. But not Tuesday? We had to wait till Wednesday? And there's no travel involved? I don't understand. I don't understand. Are the players going to remember what they had going on? I mean, what's the deal? Is this normal? I do like that the NBA took out that finals format where it was 2, 3, and then 1 and 1 and 1. No, that's not how they did it. It was 2, 3, 2. 2 games for the home team, the team with the best record. Then 3 games all at the team with the not the best record, and then 2 more games at the team with the best record. That format was crazy. Now it's the traditional 7-game format, 2, 2, 1, 2. I mean 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. I mean, if Milwaukee loses that momentum that they have from game number 3, that could be partly because of the league. When you play like you did and you're Milwaukee, you blow them out 120-100 at home, you want to play that next game as soon as you can. You play game 2 of that series or game 4 of that series that night when you're locked in like that. Yeah, Giannis was tired. Yeah, everybody's tired. But your mind says, man, we got to get him again. Let's go. We got him now. And if they lose the proverbial momentum because you have not played since Sunday, they can look right at the league for that. I mean, what in the world was going on network-wise that you had to wait till Wednesday? Was there the All-Star game? Was that it? I bet that was it. I think I just answered my own question. The billionaires didn't want to compete against the billionaires of another sport. So they're like, nah, we can't do it on Monday. That's home run derby night. We can't do it on Tuesday because that's summer classic night. Got to do it on Wednesday. Wow. If I'm Giannis and Chris and Lopez and Holiday and Tucker and doggone it, Mike Budenholzer, and they come out flat tonight, man, listen, I might not be mad at Shohei Ohtani. I might not be mad at Vlad Guerrero Jr. I might not be mad at Dusty Baker. But doggone it, Manford and Silver, I'm mad at both. Not both, B-O-T-H. I'm talking about both, B-O-F. Both of y'all. Willie said yes, sir, so that's it. If Willie said yes, sir, then that's what it was. That's crazy. So are there not enough eyes from baseball? Let the baseball fans watch the baseball game and let the basketball fans watch the Were they using the same facility? I'm sorry, if I'm not mistaken, the baseball game was on Fox. Did they buy out ABC too? Hello, you're live on the lunch break.
Yes, sir. Willie Gibson, how are you?
What's going on? What's going on? Same shirt as me.
Man, same shirt as me.
I'm older. You know I got up before you this morning.
Yes, you are. You have no argument from me.
Look at he said I'll let you have the old man stuff. Listen, man, what are we talking about here? So we don't have enough viewers to be able to have an all-star game in one sport and a finals in another one?
Yeah, it's unique circumstances, man. NBA finals in July. Coupled with 10 days out from the Olympics. Give another one because the Olympics, if this goes game 7, it's a strong possibility Middleton, Booker, and Holiday miss the first Olympic game because they'll be finishing up the finals.
I think it's crazy, man. I think it's absolutely crazy, as Prince would say, crazy for you. Man.
Unique. Yeah, this is, because I think game 7 of the NBA finals is scheduled for July 22nd, which is
Wow. So
Yeah.
these guys might have to jump a plane, get into a totally different time zone, and be ready to play an an Olympic game that counts.
Yes.
Wow. I don't know, bro. I get it. I understand you want to have the biggest opportunity of viewership possible, but man, I mean, literally, seriously, I couldn't do it. No way it could be done.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's some type of gentleman's agreement because honestly, truthfully, the NBA is fringing on this. I mean, again, midsummer classes, NBA is truly long done.
Right.
So I'm sure there was some type of gentleman's agreement between Rob Manfred and Adam Silver, like, hey, this is your night, this is your showcase, and we'll step aside.
And Willie, I know this is some folks are going to think this is a stretch. This is why I don't get mad at the players. This is why I don't get mad at players for negotiating. I don't get mad at them for trying to, get on whatever team they want to get in. I don't get mad on them because the billionaires can agree to stuff left and right, and we're just stuck with it. But let a player decide they want to hold out for more money or they want to go play for a different team. Now all of a sudden they're selfish.
No. It's always funny that, like you said, the Joe Public fan sides with the billionaire, not the millionaire.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I for the life of me, I don't get it. I don't know why folks don't walk around with 7-Eleven T-shirts on or, Kroger T-shirt. Those are billionaires that own those too. I mean, why are we not rooting for them like we're rooting for, the Texans and Major League Baseball? I mean, give me a break.
Sure. I hope I can say this way. I've never heard of a gun being pulled in the contract negotiations. It's a conversation. Either you say, I'll give you this or I won't. And it's a conversation.
Right.
At the end of the day, I don't understand the vitriol that fans have against players for, and I said the same thing. If you were going to your CEO, your supervisor, your manager, what have you, asking for a raise, it's the same thing. Never mind the dollar. These are a little higher, a few more zeros, a couple more commas perhaps, but it's the same premise.
I'm telling you, I get it that agents bring some other stuff to the table. Like if I were to get an agent in this business, they might have access to network officials that I can't quite get to. I get that. I get what I pay for. But at some point, when I'm negotiating my contract with that network or, like you said, my employer, I don't need to bring in an agent for that. I know what I want. I know what I'm willing to live with and settle for. I know what they have to offer. Why would I just randomly decide to give, 3, 5, 7, in some cases, 20% of my money to some person just because they are an agent?
And not only that, AJ, to follow up and piggyback on that, if you will, if I've heard it once, I've heard it a million times, and it grinds my gears, if you will, when I hear players say, well, I ask a question, well, why'd you do that? Well, my agent said this, or my agent said that. You do recognize that your agent works for you.
Right.
You are the straw that stirs the drink.
Yep.
In this instance. You tell your agent, look, I want this, this, and this.
Yep.
It's his obligation to bring that back to the table.
Yeah.
I think there's some disconnect in several areas with agents are, again, players are so dependent on their agent, and my agent said this, and I'm going to do this because this is what my agent says. I'm like, no, your agent works for you.
Right. Yep. Well, I tell you what, man, there's a couple of guys that I would let be my agent. Larry Tunsil would be one. LeBron James would be another one. Draymond Green. Draymond Green is the best general manager in California.
Sure.
I mean, without a doubt. Draymond said, we want Kevin Durant. We got Kevin Durant. Draymond said, we need to get rid of Kevin Durant. They got rid of Kevin Durant. I'm just telling you, man, these cats know how to get the deal done. And this whole argument, if they didn't play a sport, they'd be handing me my fries in the drive-thru. That's a them thing. That that ain't a reflection on these players. They know what they're doing.
Absolutely. And as far as your statement on Draymond, I asked Devin Booker how good of an agent Draymond Green is. Remember last year on TNT during the playoffs, he said Devin Booker is out of there.
Yep.
And lo and behold, here comes Chris Paul in there in Game 4 of the finals today.
Yep. Look, Draymond Green has an eye for talent. I'll say that with my chest. So,
absolutely. Speaking
of, Willie, we got an NBA Finals game tonight. Now that the billionaires are done playing with our emotions, I feel like, and I mean what I say, there's a very good possibility that layoff, that such a long layoff, could have killed whatever momentum the Milwaukee Bucks would have had coming into tonight's game. I really think it's anybody's team, and if that's the case, I'm going with Phoenix tonight. What about you?
I would love to say I agree. And the only reason I won't is because I saw the referee assignments for tonight. Scott Foster is on the game.
Oh, my goodness. Are you serious right now?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like Tyrese from every one of the Fast and Furious movies. I'm about to be Donnie Downer. Are you kidding me?
No. Because you know what? I saw the list of officials NBA selected. Every game I've been looking, okay, where's Scott Foster? Nope, not tonight. Oh, nope, not tonight. And sure enough, here we are, Game 4. Who's coming? It's like wrestling, man. He's coming down the aisle. Yeah, Scott Foster's on the game tonight.
Oh my God! If I'm Chris Paul, I am somewhere banging my head against a cement wall. Just what in the world, man?
0-12 is Chris Paul in playoff games officiated by Scott Foster.
Yeah, man. Adam Silver is quickly falling in favor with me, and not that it matters. I'm just saying, man, that's ridiculous. Why Scott Foster? Why?
And he's 7. You know that from conversations I've had previously, NBA Finals don't break even unless they go 5. So they want to ensure they go above and beyond that. I mean, we just talked about his billionaires. So, yeah, Scott Foster's on the game tonight. I said, okay, here we go.
Man, for those who don't know, Scott Foster and Chris Paul have something. We don't know what it is, but it's been so bad that Chris has gone to the league specifically to talk to them about Scott Foster. And out of 12 games that Chris Paul has started, where Scott Foster was on the referee crew, umpire crew, whatever you want to call it, hey, he's 0-12. I mean, literally, you cannot flip a coin in the air randomly 12 times and it never lands on heads. You can't do it. You just cannot do it.
Freezer, the cooler. He's the cooler. Yeah, indeed.
And I mean, again, I know people who've done the advanced metrics and analytics and what have you, and Scott Foster does insert himself into the game more than any other referee when he's on the crew. That's not opinion. That's not an assert. That's a fact.
Yes, indeed.
That's ridiculous, man. All right, I'm trying to watch all the Fast and Furious movies before Fast 9. I got Fast 8 tonight. I might have to do double duty.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I don't like to watch somebody get robbed. I can't do that. I'm not gonna sit and watch somebody get beat up. I'm not gonna sit there and watch somebody get their pocket picked. I'm not gonna watch that.
Right.
I mean, if it's a fair game, let's go. But if this dude is going to exert some kind of vendetta against Chris Paul because CP3 has called this guy out for his nonsense, I don't like it.
Yeah, I agree. Without question.
Man, oh man. So yeah, probably gonna be 2-2 after the night. I know one thing: they put Scott Foster on the crew in Phoenix. They gonna boo his butt up in Phoenix.
Oh, well, yeah. There's no coincidence, no accident. He's on the crew in Milwaukee because you're right. In Phoenix, it's a wrap.
It'd be different if he was a great, exceptional referee. He ain't. He's Ted Meady. He's Ted Meady and Frank Oker. He's a mediocre production. All right, that's it.
The fact that we know his name and we're talking about it now tells you all you need.
That's it. Nobody is coming to see Scott Foster tonight. His doggone family is not coming to see him. They're coming to see the game. Oh, there go Daddy. That's it. Willie, you made my stomach hurt, bro. Look.
My fault.
Well, what was that movie? Players Club. Tell me something, make me feel better.
Hey, USA basketball won by 28 last night.
Yeah, man. I hate that they messed over Luis Scola like that. I hate that. But it ain't like Argentina's the powerhouse that Australia looks like. I mean, I know they're going to win the gold, bro. I know they're going to win the gold, but it looked ugly for a couple of games.
It did. I mean, looking at Saturday's game, I mean, 5 NBA players and the NBA Coach of the Year.
Right.
Head coach of Nigeria, Mike Brown.
Yep.
And they practiced for 3 days. They got together on Wednesday and played a game on Saturday. Individual talent, but they just need time to gel. I mean,
right.
These kids have played together for months, even some instances years.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I said Nigeria has played together for a long time. Australia, not so much, because that starting 5 was all NBA players. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. I believe they're going to win the gold. If they don't, man, that's going to be the story. Not Scott Foster. They didn't win the gold. That's going to be the story.
Oh. Listen, first of all, they're going to win the gold. If not, KD's legacy, image, what have you, is tarnished. It's already being tarnished because they lost to Nigeria and Australia. Yeah. I got people telling me I don't want to hear this best player in the league, best player in the game, best player in the world stuff. I don't want to hear that. LeBron would never. I've heard that so much in the last 4 days. LeBron would never. Like, yeah, there you go.
I mean, but they ain't lying, though, are they? Are they lying?
No, they ain't lying. They ain't lying.
I mean, LeBron would never, Kobe would never, Michael would never. I mean, that's why I say there's one dream team. Stop with all the, this is the dream team 2021. No, it isn't. There's one dream team, and then there's everybody else who were Olympians playing for Team USA.
Exactly.
Yeah. Willie, what do you think about Candace Parker being on the cover of NBA 2K 2022?
To paraphrase LeBron, about doggone time. I mean, what can you say? I mean, her career speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, well done.
Yeah.
EA Sports or whomever, 2K Sports, what have you, they got it right.
Yeah, I agree. Willie, I appreciate you as always, man. Hey, I got to get you back on because I want to do some little football talk before we get to training camps open up. I just said before you came on, I've been really looking at this Pittsburgh Steelers team, and I really think that they could be a sleeper in the AFC if, they can keep Ben Roethlisberger from hurting them. Throw the ball 30 times or less, they should be all right. 35 times or more, they're going to be in trouble. And if they get anything out of Najee Harris close to what he did in college or anything like what Derrick Henry has meant to Tennessee, bruh, they could be a problem in the AFC.
And I'm sweet. What did you say? I'm sweet.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. What I meant to say, hold on, let me fix it for you. What I meant to say, Cleveland could be a sleeper in the AFC. But if they get anything out of Chubb and Hunt and Baker, that they could be the surprise team in the AFC. Pittsburgh, bro. Pittsburgh.
Hey, listen, let me tell you. I mean, Bud Dupree is gone. Pouncey is gone. Last I checked, between you and me, I met Ben Roethlisberger one time. Between you and me, Ben Roethlisberger, 137 years old. Okay? 137 years old.
That's why I say they got to make him a game manager. They got to let him stop thinking, make him stop thinking you are the franchise, because you're not.
Is he willing to take that role?
Bruh, you know how that Pittsburgh locker room likes to, be all united on stuff. They need to unite under his chin and say, yo, bruh, this ain't your team no more.
and not only that, Villanueva's gone. So that's 2 pitchers. The Castro's gone. So you're replacing 3 of your 5 offensive linemen.
But what did that offensive line do last year? And, oh, yeah, by the way, they had some leaks long before now because Ben used to have to run for his life a lot. He was just so big and strong that you forget he's got 3-4 men hanging off of him while he's throwing the ball.
Agreed. And Claypool and Juju ain't okay.
I'm just saying, put a question mark by them, and if it does what I say it does, remember my name. If it doesn't, I might have had a CTE moment or 2.
There it is. We'll take that. Yeah.
Willie, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, bro.
Appreciate you, boss. Will Gibson 7 on our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Will Knows, Facebook page.
All right, man. Y'all be nice to what's her name? Tamir. What's her name?
Tamer. Tamer brought the heat.
Yeah, man.
Friday night.
Yeah. Probably one of the best shows y'all have ever had, bro. Probably one of the best shows y'all ever had.
There it is. No argument here.
I'm messing with you, man. Tell the brothers I said hello. We'll talk again soon, Will.
No doubt. Look forward to it. Appreciate you.
All right, love you, man. Will Knows. That is my brother like no other. Appreciate him dropping in on the show like he does. You see how he tried to throw some shade at me about the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers? All right, when Pittsburgh goes 12-5 or 13-4, I don't want to hear nothing. But AJ said something about that. So anyway, let me go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. It's been a fun show, Winning Wednesday. Again, want to say congratulations to Clarence. He, his wife, their 2 kids, they're going to the Children's Museum Houston on us. They got some free barbecue, Dickey's Barbecue, courtesy of Dickey's Barbecue Pit and the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Don't forget, we've got NBA Finals tonight. It will be Milwaukee hosting the Phoenix Suns, Game 4. It tips off 8 o'clock Central. You can watch it live on ABC. Phoenix is up 2-1. I, for one, am going out on the limb saying Phoenix goes up 3-1 because I think the NBA killed Milwaukee's momentum. Scratch that, AJ. He just told me that Scott Foster was going to be on the call tonight. Does Chris Paul win his first game with Scott Foster as a referee? Inquiring minds want to know. Tune in for the latest edition of As the Drama Turns in the NBA. Goodness gracious. Adam Silver, be best. All right, and then finally, men's USA basketball team finally got a win. They beat Argentina 108-80. They're going to head on over to Tokyo, get ready for the games. All right, I'm out of here. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. And don't forget, in the morning, you got Erica Campbell and Griff Get Up Mornings, 6 a.m. to 9 Central. And then you're going to have Shiloh Radio, and your boy will be back with Throwback Thursday. Chris Gardner, Big Mike, they'll be with me tomorrow. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Wear your mask where you're supposed to. Wash your hands like you're supposed to. Consider getting vaccinated. And when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, not the people, but the racism itself. All right, y'all. Here's Sybil Wilkes.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. President Joe Biden took his fight for voting rights to Philadelphia Tuesday. Described by his staff as his moral case, Mr. Biden spoke passionately about what he calls the central cause of his presidency, protecting voting rights. The president traveled to the National Constitution Center, and against the countrywide backdrop of Republican-led efforts to create and pass restrictive voting laws, he says this is his fight to protect the sacred constitutional right to vote. Texas has become known for its tough stance on electoral process in recent years and has recently sought to limit the voting rights of former felons. Hervis Earl Rogers, a Houston, Texas man on parole, was arrested last week on charges that he voted illegally in last year's presidential primary. According to court documents, the 62-year-old man cast ballots in November 2018 and March 2020 while he was still on parole and not legally permitted to vote. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Had a lot of fun. As always, let's not do this. Let's try to do this. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. Y'all be safe out there, all right?